The question we are going to discuss is: name the gases usually found inside enclosed spaces. What instruments are used in checking the gases which are present? What is the minimum level of oxygen required for entry into enclosed space? With a simple diagram, explain the working of oxygen content meter. Let's move to the first part of the question. Name the gases usually found inside enclosed spaces. The most common toxic gases found in enclosed spaces on ships are carbon monoxide, CO, hydrogen sulfide, H2S, methane, hydrocarbon vapors. And other non-toxic gases are oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. Let's move to the next part of the question. What instruments are used in checking the gases which are present? Fixed gas detector. These are gas detection systems fixed in place, which are permanently installed to assess the gas risks at all times. Using these types of fixed gas detectors enables you to create a bespoke gas detection infrastructure where sensors are positioned wherever you need them to communicate the gas levels to the controller 24/7. Not all vessels are legally required to install fixed gas detection systems, but this type of protection monitors confined spaces such as cargo pump rooms or refrigerated tanks and keeps them safe from harmful gas accumulation around the clock. Portable gas detector. Another option is to use portable gas monitors which are worn by personnel and used to test an area immediately before entering it. The various gases occupy confined spaces in different ways. Some will fill the upper space, some the lower space, and if you are not careful, the lack of oxygen in the spaces will cause a loss of consciousness quickly. Testing confined spaces before entering them will detect the levels of gases present and sound or display alarms as warnings. These devices can all test for the presence of pre-programmed gases at the touch of a button. But whichever of the portable detectors you use, they all highlight the presence of gas to enable the crew to enter confined spaces in safety. Let's move to the next part of the question. What is the minimum level of oxygen required for entry into enclosed space? According to OSHA, the minimum safe level of oxygen for entering a confined space without breathing apparatus is 19.5%. The maximum safe level is 23.5%. Normal air contains around 20.9% oxygen. Let's move to the last part of the question. With a simple diagram, explain the working of oxygen content meter. This is the diagram of oxygen content meter. Now we will discuss about it. Working principle of oxygen content meter, paramagnetic sensor. The magnetic properties of oxygen are used to deflect a light, metal body suspended in a magnetic field. When the gas is drawn through the cell, the suspended body experiences a force proportional to the magnetism of the gas. An equal and opposing force is produced by an electric current passing through a coil that would round the suspended body. This equalizing current is proportional to the magnetic force of the gas, which depends on its oxygen content. Electrolytic sensor. In this type of oxygen is passed into an electrolytic cell, causing a current to flow between two electrodes separated in a liquid electrolyte. The current flow between the electrodes is directly proportional to the oxygen concentration in the sample. In this type, certain gases may affect the sensor or poison the electrolyte, giving rise to false readings. Chemical absorption liquid. In this type, a known volume of the sample gas is brought into contact with a measured volume of a liquid which absorbs oxygen, causing a change in its volume. The volume change is a measure of the oxygen content of the sample. Limitations: can only measure oxygen content. Regular calibration before every use.